Kreia was the Jedi Master of the legendary Jedi Knight and later Sith Lord, Darth Revan. Like her apprentice, she would be exiled from the Jedi Order and would later fall to the dark side. As one of the most complex characters in all of Star Wars, she held both the light side identity of Kreia and the dark side identity of Darth Traya, of which she would switch between numerous times throughout her life. A believer in free will, her ideology was one that went against that of both the Jedi and the Sith, with Kreia seeing these as two sides of the same coin. She came to believe that the will of the Force was a mere user of the sentience of the galaxy. She believed that the Force's desire to bring balance had often led to devastating wars between the Sith and the Jedi, believing that the galaxy would be better off without the Force. Therefore, the sentience of the galaxy would be free to be individuals and, as Kreia saw it, would not be enslaved to the will of the Force. But before we get into this fascinating biography and philosophy of this character, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Born around 4,000 years before the Battle of Yavin and the destruction of the first Death Star, Kreia was a female human who rose through the ranks of the Jedi, achieving the rank of Jedi Master as well as Jedi Historian and Consular. A seeker of knowledge, she believed she could find out the mysteries of the galaxy through meditation, even sacrificing her eyesight through the use of this ability. Although this was easily repairable, she refused to have them healed, as her strength in the Force allowed her to see without the use of her eyes. A wise but questioning teacher, she would train many Padawans, including the gifted Revan. She would often propose difficult questions on the question of power and the will of the Force, baffling her students and earning her disapproving looks from the other Jedi Masters. These controversial questions would become famous among the Jedi learners and Padawans and would become known as Kreia's conundrums. With the start of the Mandalorian Wars, Kreia would be further distanced from the rest of the Jedi Council when her former apprentice, Revan, directly disobeyed the Council and fought against the Mandalorians, while the Jedi were meant to be officially neutral. While the Mandalorians would eventually be defeated by the Revan-kissed Jedi, Revan's eventual turn to the dark side and the creation of a new Sith Empire would further dimmen the Jedi Order's view of Kreia and her questioning nature. Kreia would maintain that Revan had not fully embraced the dark side and that the creation of the Sith Empire was to protect against a bigger evil, the true Sith. Although she was correct, few believed her. The constant questioning, as well as the fact that many of Kreia's former students had fallen to the dark side or had gone against the Jedi High Council to fight in the Mandalorian Wars, led to the eventual expulsion of Kreia. This effort was led by the Jedi Master, Atris, who felt personally attacked by Kreia, as so many Jedi had rejected her own teachings to leave the Order under Kreia's free-thinking ideas. Kreia left the Order, with her own beliefs being put into question during this time. Her inquiry into the nature of the universe and the Force would lead her to Malachor V, a world which had a long history of a strong connection to the dark side. Here she would find her former apprentice's stronghold, the Traya Academy. Approached by the Sith assassins left by Revan, they informed Kreia that they had proof of the true nature of reality. Revealing ancient Sith manuscripts, Kreia saw the true nature of existence. While seemingly the universe was chaotic, random and violent, in reality it was underpinned and influenced by the Force. This therefore meant that all living beings were in reality controlled by the Force, and that their destinies were predetermined by it, with all the suffering and death in the galaxy a result of the will of the Force. As well as this shocking revelation that in actuality there was no free will and it is all cruelly determined by the Force, Kreia also learned of the true Sith, a great evil that threatened the galaxy, still hiding within the unknown regions of the galaxy. This information caused Kreia to turn to the dark side, fueled by hatred for the Force itself. Renaming herself Darth Traya, she sought to remake a new generation of Sith, re-establishing Revan's Sith Triumvirate Academy to aid in this goal. As she was Revan's former master, the remaining Sith assassins and troopers would swear allegiance to her. Hunting for what she would call wounds in the Force, Darth Traya took in Darth Sion, the Lord of Pain, and Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger, as her apprentices. She would teach these two Sith all she knew about the Force, even teaching Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger, how to devour entire planets. With the remnants of Darth Revan's and Malak's empire gradually pledging themselves to Traya, Sion and Nihilus, the three would form the Sith Triumvirate, intent on destroying the Jedi Order. However, this was not to last. Kreia believed in creating echoes in the Force to slowly corrupt the Jedi to the Sith cause, a time-consuming but effective process. However, Sion and Nihilus would grow restless, with Sion's desire to inflict pain upon others and Nihilus's insatiable hunger to consume the Force energy of other beings, disillusioning them in Traya's teachings. As is the way of the Sith, her two apprentices began planning a way to remove her from power. Confronting her in the Traya's core Malachor 5, they cornered Traya, using their abilities to strip her of her Force powers and exiling her from the Sith. Now betrayed and exiled by both the Jedi and the Sith, Traya fully embraced her identity as the Lord of Betrayal and her hatred for the Force itself. Her hatred of the Force would become so strong that she would seek to rid the galaxy of the Force itself. This would further grow her disdain for both the Jedi and Sith, seeing them as dependent upon the Force and controlled by its almost intoxicating effects. No different to how a spice user was dependent and controlled by their drugs. During this time of bitterness and hatred, Kreia would plot her revenge against the Force itself. And that's where I'll leave it for today. If you want me to make a part 2, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more. Also, remember to check out this month's LEGO giveaway for a chance to win some awesome prizes. See you in the next video guys, and as always, may the Force be with you.